Please, my lovelies, welcome back to my page. Please, I urge you all to watch this video up until the end and listen to Wise Man Harry, one of the disciples of late Prophet TB Joshua, who has lived with him for past 10 good years. He said that he came down to Nigeria when he was 20 years and lived with TB Joshua for 10 good years, as in he was like it, that TB Joshua was the one that groomed him. He said that all these things that BBC News carried were all lies, and has come to debunk all the lies that has leveled against these men of God. Please listen to him and hear his own side of the story, and kindly share this out, and also let me know what you think under the comment section. I will see you again in my next one. Bye.
Africa documentary that was released a few days ago, and I'm sure that many of you had the opportunity to watch all the episodes. Have you watched it? Good. And I believe that this documentary has brought many questions and created a lot of confusion in the hearts and the minds of many people who do not know what really happened in SCOAN, Lagos, Nigeria, with Prophet TB Joshua and his disciples. As you all know, I have been there for 10 years of my life. I went there when I was 20 years old, and I left when I became 30 years old. So my experience as a disciple in SCOAN in Lagos, Nigeria, under the mentorship of Prophet TB Joshua, was for the range of 10 years. And of course, I had the opportunity to meet a lot of disciples from different countries, from all around the world. I had the opportunity to witness the raw power of God, the miracles that took place, the signs and wonders, the healings, the deliverances from demonic spirits, the prophecies, both in a personal level, from the prophet to a person, and also the prophecies to the international level, which we all know how the prophet, when he was alive, he was prophesying about nations and about the whole world, about future events that eventually all of them happened and confirmed those world-class prophecies. So we're here today to answer a few questions that many of you might have, and also to share little out of my experience, because it is not possible in 30 minutes, in 1 hour time, to explain my experiences of 10 years, right? So, here I am, ready to answer your questions. So, who wants to ask a question?
So, my question is that in the BBC documentary, it was mentioned that there was a specific room on the upper floor that was connected with 4 staircases, that the prophet was alone, was living alone, and he was calling female disciples to go alone in that room. Mm-hmm. Was that room exactly as it was described? And was the prophet indeed calling female disciples to go alone?
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you very much for your question. So, Prophet TB Joshua, as we all know, was a man of prayer. On a daily basis, he would go to the prayer mountain to pray, to communicate with God Almighty, to have time with God. And the prayer mountain was in a different location from the church building and where his house was, where his apartment was. So Prophet TB Joshua, in the ministry, in the church building, he had an apartment, a very small apartment, because he was a very humble man. He didn't like too much comfort. And his apartment was just a two-room apartment. So there was a living room and a kitchen. That was one joint section, and there were only two doors, one that was coming into the living room and one that was coming into the kitchen. And then opposite the living room and the kitchen, there were the two bedrooms. The bedroom on the right side was the bedroom of Prophet TB Joshua, and the bedroom on the left side was the bedroom of the five-story brothers. So what is the five-story brothers? The five-story brothers, they were male disciples who were always with Prophet TB Joshua, 24/7. 24 hours of the day, 7 days a week, 365 days per year. These five-story brothers, they were always with the Prophet. And I was privileged to be one of them for some years, along with my fellow wise men, wise man Daniel, wise man Christopher, wise man Racine, and wise man John Chi. All of us, we had the opportunity to be part of the five-story brothers and live in the same house, in the same apartment with Prophet TB Joshua. So there is no way somebody will enter that apartment and we will not know. There is no way a female disciple will enter that apartment and we will not know, because the door of the disciples, of the male disciples, was always open, and we were always ready to take action in case Prophet needs something, in case he will call us, in case he wakes up during the night and he might need something, and he will call us and we go to serve him. We prepare something for him, to drink a tea, to eat something or whatever. We help him with his clothes, to wash the clothes, to iron them, fold them, put them in the drawer, and any other assistance that he might need was done by boys, by men, by the five-story brothers. So the female disciples, if they will come at all, they will come always in our presence to bring something that the Prophet might ask for. Maybe they will bring the food, or they will bring a message to preach in front of us, and we will stand there to listen how they will preach. Not only the female, the male as well. They were coming there to deliver a message, because the Prophet always used to ask us, do you have message? Yes, sir. Okay, let me hear your message. Do you have message? Yes, sir. Let me hear your message. He always wanted to know the people who are working with him, if they have a message in their heart ready to preach, because it's all about Jesus. It's not all about us. So I want to say, in the presence of all of you and to the whole world, that there is no way a female sister, a female disciple, will come into the apartment of Prophet TB Joshua alone and we will not know, because we were always there with him. We will know.